The second video is on static stretching. These stretches are performed after exercise and can be held. The muscles, although warm, now have a build-up of lactic acid. By doing these stretches, it will prevent DOMS, which is delayed onset of muscle soreness. This soreness is what you feel for a few days after exercise. In Taekwondo, legs are an important area to improve flexibility. Today we are going to concentrate on 3 key areas of the legs: adductors, hamstrings and quadriceps.
What we're going to concentrate on is the adductors. The first exercise that we're going to look at for static stretching is just a box splits. Now with this, what you want to do is slowly start and take your legs out till you start feeling tight in here. So you just want to feel comfortable but not too tight that you start getting pain. Now with this, I like to keep my back up straight, because with a side kick your back's up straight. It's not bent over when you're performing a side kick, so it helps to get that right body position, and over time you slowly start to slide out. Now I recommend doing this for 30 seconds, loosening the legs off, and then going back and doing it another 2 times for 30 seconds. The second exercise we're going to look at for the adductors is the reverse box splits. Now for this, I'm going to be lying down and using the wall. I like to do it in front of a radiator as it's a little bit slippy, and my legs will gradually over time start to spread out, increasing the stretch. I'll talk a little bit more about this afterwards, so we'll just lie down to start with. And what you want to do is just take your legs out wide and just slowly relax and let them drop over time. Now again, I would hold this for about 30 to 45 seconds and then repeat this 3 times. Now with this exercise, if you wish to slowly make it a little bit more difficult, you can start to introduce ankle weights. The third exercise we're going to look for the adductors is the butterfly stretch. So you want to sit down and you want to bring your feet together and just move them in, wrapping your feet around, and just let them drop. Now with this, you can either push down if you want to engage the stretch a bit more, or slowly pull them in further as you're going. Another way that you can do this, again, is using the radiator in the back wall, is by lying down next to it as before, bringing it in, and then just pushing your legs outwards as you go, and gravity will just slowly start pulling your legs down in towards you. If you don't feel like they're working, you pull them down even more. Yet again, you can introduce ankle weights for this, and I would do this for 30 seconds and repeat 3 times. The second area we're going to look at is the hamstrings. So for the first exercise, we're just going to sit down, put a leg out straight and tuck our leg in, right? Now I like to do it this way instead of like this, as we start to work the back and we start to kill the back, where with this you can keep your back up straight for more and work more into your hamstrings. So as you do that, you just want to reach forwards and hold there. Now I would do this again for 30 seconds 3 times, and I would swap in between each leg. Now for the second exercise, it's the same thing. However, what we're going to do is just rotate the leg inwards. Now this is working a different part of the hamstring, and again, keeping the back straight, we just pull forwards. Now don't be scared if you get different ranges of movements in your hamstrings, because you will get that, but obviously over time they will become equal. And for the third exercise, again in the same position, I just tilt my leg the other way, so to the outside of my body, and again push down. Now if you can't reach your leg, or you're struggling with this, you can put a towel over it and just pull yourself forwards on a towel. It is completely up to you. The final area we're going to look at is the quads. So the first exercise for this is just the normal standing quad stretch. So you grab your foot, bring it to your back, standing up straight with your knees together like that. And what you want to try and do to make this a little bit more difficult is just simply take your hips and push forwards with them. This will increase the strain onto your quads and make you feel the stretch even more. The second exercise we're going to look at is for the quads again. So, kneeling down, what you want to do is keep your knees together and you're going to sit back and just slowly, just going to lean back, keeping your knees down. Now, if you've got back pain, this is not the best exercise to do. So what I would suggest doing is, instead, keeping on a knee angle like that and grabbing your foot and just pulling it towards you. Now again, you can use a towel for this to help you if you can't reach. Or the final stretch we're going to look at is, for the quads, is just lying down. And what you're going to do is grab onto your leg, bring your knee again close to your other leg all together, and you're just going to pull it down towards your back. And then you swap onto the other side. Again, 3 times for 30 seconds. Due to these exercises being static stretches, make sure that you do them after exercise. And this is not an hour, 2 hours after exercise. This is immediately after exercise or after you cool down, so your legs and muscles still feel warm, so you're not pulling anything in your legs. Thank you for watching.